How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing this evening?
I'm good. I'm good. Can you hear me pretty good?
I can hear you very well. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. How you doing this evening?
It's been a long day. It's been a long day, but I'm all right. I
I
said I'll make it,
understand
and I'm
long days. I do. I understand.
yes. And it's my day off, so long day off.
Oh, is Wednesday normally your off day?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So this worked out perfectly then.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Well, so I just have just like so much going on my end, but I am so excited to hear about everything you have going on your end, especially being the amazing host event of some amazing things that are coming that we're going to talk about a little bit later. So we're going to kind of get off into it, but I don't know if you saw my intro. I just was like, and not to say, if you're spiritual one way or the other, but if you heard the song, it is saying that, he wants it all today. So I equated it to business. Like every single day, even if it's a long day, but every single day, you have to give your all, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You can't show up
No
with
matter no
100%.
matter what you do in life, if you're not working for a higher power, I mean, you're just being selfish. So, it's all big ups to God and glory to my Lord and Savior. So, that's what it's about. That's what it's about.
I love it. I love it. Yes, and I agree. And so I had a challenge. Someone challenged me to listen to one song like over and over again, not listen to a variety. And the goal, what happened eventually is you start really listening to the words. And it started to like penetrate. And that happened to be the song I chose. And I
Okay.
was like, you know what? Every single day I have to give my all.
Yes.
Every day when I wake up and I'm tired, I have to give my all.
Yes.
If somebody pisses me off and frustrates me, I have to give my all. It's
Yes.
like no excuse in order to really be used. And what was really phenomenal was when I started hearing when it's like the one verse he said he's searching for people who want to give their all. And so that
Yeah.
made me think like, oh my God, in business, I always try to take it back so I can encourage people through business. If you're not out here giving your all, and if you're not being intentional, I mean, there's a force waiting for you to do and rise up what you're supposed to do.
Sure.
But you have to be the one to give your all to do it. And it just started making sense. So that's why I had to start the show off with that one. That was like my inspiration. I'm hoping it inspired you. I'm hoping it inspired others as well.
Yeah.
So
That's actually one of my joints. So, and it does remind me that you do. Uh, if he can give everything and plus his life, then we can't do no short of giving everything that we got, which most of us are too selfish to give our own life to somebody else. But if he's willing to do all of that, then I mean, we need to show up and show out no matter what the case may be.
exactly,
And that's
exactly.
what we do. That's
And
what we do.
that some of us is just a little too selfish.
It's human nature. It is what it is. We deal with it all the time. So
It
uh,
is what it is.
really
You're
is
right.
understanding not necessarily who you are, but whose you are.
That's true. I love it. I love it. But before we get deep in conversation, let me back up. Let me back
Sure
up.
enough. Sure enough.
So people can know who we talking to today, right?
Yeah.
Here's
Sure.
here's the thing. I don't share with my guests outside of my audience and the viewers outside of the fact that they've seen the flyer. So of course those who've seen it know who you are. But
Okay.
I like for my guests to provide their own self introduction. So tell us, who you are. What do you do?
I will do my best. I've gotten lost in who I was after I started having kids. But first and foremost, my name is Dante Williams. I am owner operator of Cutz Lounge Grooming Shop. I am a God-fearing and husband of one wife and
I love
mother of 5 kids.
that.
And
Ooh.
we started a business in the Rosedale Park area. It's called Cutz Lounge, the grooming shop. And we're not just a full service barber shop with some great barbers on staff, but we also interconnect with the community. I operate right now in the capacity of the Grand River Business Association president, and also just trying to be more of a pillar in the community. The barbershop has always been that place where people can come, congregate, kind of share, network, things like that. So what we wanted to try to do is really make that a point to do it, not an organic thing, but to actually push the envelope for networking events as we have coming up on Saturday, June 19th. You know, that's one of the things that we look forward to. It's been a little tough since COVID, and we're starting to now rev things up a little bit, and hopefully we can get back to, you know, somewhat of a normal, and just do what we can do. I just want to give big ups to, because I always seem to give a little bit, but I want to give a whole big plug to my gorgeous wife, Rachel Williams. Without her, honestly, without a partner, all of us would be lost. And without my wife, I know for a fact that, you know, none of this would be possible. Put God before everything, but she's been an anchor. Also, when it came to some of our events, one of the things we started was a jazz night, and we brought in some good people to play some good music. Our theme is really to kind of be more inclusive to Black and white, and jazz is a really universal kind of music. So we started there, and as we have continued to grow, we are looking to get back into it. I cannot wait till we can take these masks off and really start showing our beautiful Black faces, and just enjoying each other, you know. But you know, besides that, you know, that's pretty much it. And we've been here for roughly, here being 19655 Grand River Avenue. We're in, again, the Rosedale Park area, but we've been here for about 6 years.
Okay.
And we are continuing to reach out further into the community. I think people are really starting to kind of get a good idea that, you know, we're just not going to be a barbershop that sits on a corner, but a barbershop that you can come sit in and enjoy some things. So we got some other exciting things coming up. We're going to build out a kitchen. My wife wants pizza and beer, so we may be looking in that direction. But you know, I kind of do a little bit at home, so I don't know. We're going to see. I don't know if keep it simple, but hopefully this will be the first barbershop, cafe, and pop-up restaurant in Detroit. And so just furthermore, I can keep talking, but
that's okay. I'm loving it. You're spilling out my tea.
I was tired. Now you got me all ramped up. I'm ready to go, baby. But so one of the other things is actually bringing in pop-up chefs that would allow themselves to situate, once we get our kitchen built out, as their own restaurant. So not only are we going to bring a different cuisine into Detroit or this area, hopefully not just soul food, but something with a little bit of a spin, then, you know, they can operate as a restaurant for a month or 2 months just to kind of get their feet wet and find out what do they need, what is it that is going to help their business operate. Do the people like their food, you know? So that's one of the things I'm really excited about, you know, just getting involved with. And that's not it, but that's it for right now.
I'm like waiting. I'm like,
that's me.
What you about to spill next? What you about to spill next?
Nothing. I ain't got nothing else. Not until you spark the right question. I got you though.
Well, we're gonna get some.
And I do remember you. So yes.
You what?
I do remember here at the shop when you were here. I do.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. I had to put a face to the name. That's all.
That's great. The hair probably is different because, you know, we change that up all the time. But
I know. I used to wear a hat. Now I got braids.
I'm glad.
COVID, right?
Now, so he said a lot in that introduction, guys.
Sure.
I am like super dope excited. What he has in store, what he has planned are some of the major concepts that our community is transitioning to. You know, we're not just that single entity anymore, and we're looking to ways we can unite and collaborate in order to make these new experiences, these experiences that the community has been longing for. So I'm excited. He spilled a lot of tea. So we're going to focus and backtrack a little bit on some of those things.
Sure.
But I love what he said. And I had another guest who said the same thing. They was like, my one husband, you know, they made it like perfectly clear. My one husband. He said his one wife. So y'all better make sure that's clear, because see, here's the thing. You know, you got a calling on your life, and you know you about to. You've been steady for 6 years, and to me, that's always seed planting. And those who plant the seed, then the harvest comes.
Yeah.
You know, just don't know when it comes. We know it comes. And so a lot of people then all of a sudden want to attach themselves at the harvest, you know. And so he made y'all know, he's rooted. He's rooted with a whole wife and 5 children. So y'all just don't support the right way, women. And I'm just gonna stop it, drop mic, and leave it there. Now, I will say his wife is beautiful, not just aesthetically, because she's beautiful aesthetically. Her spirit is aesthetic, is just beautiful. And you have a fragrance.
She's a little feisty, though. She's feisty, man.
She is, but she was there at that event, and she had your fragrances and everything. And I was just like, I love when you see dynamic duo couples. That is just, it's just amazing, because see, that's how it was supposed to be. That's how it was designed, for you to have that helpmate in order to just reach the greatness. And so I love that you even pay homage to her just in your introduction. And she truly is. She's amazing. And I only met her for a short period of time, but I can tell you she was genuine. But I didn't know about the 5 kids. Like, woo. Okay.
Oh yeah. We old folk. Yeah.
What are the age ranges?
So we started at roughly, actually just passed on the 10th of June. We got a 20-year-old. We got a 11-year-old on the 19th of June, and we have a 15-year-old. Sorry, I went backwards. 15-year-old, a 13-year-old, and then we have a 7-year-old or 8-year-old. So so they're like, this is that transition year or so, and we lost 2020, so I kind of lose out sometimes. But and they're we kind of played with their names, but AEIOU. So it's Anaya, Imani, Ilana, Omaria, and Uriah.
Okay.
And they all are wonderful girls. Getting ready, some of them starting over in Renaissance, and the other 2 is going to be in Flicks, and just I couldn't ask for literally a better life at this moment. It's been rough. It's been all worth it, but love my kids, love my wife, love everything going on.
And
and before I forget, love Mona. Shouts out to Miss Mona.
Yeah, I was about to say.
She be on my head. But
Mona was like, "Hey, y'all."
I appreciate her. And we're just gonna try to do the best we can with everything that she's doing. So,
and it speaks volumes for some of the things that you said, and I like to be light with my conversation, but then there's times when we have to recognize he just spoke volumes. The work to get to where you at takes time, and I want you guys to recognize that.
Sure.
Even what hit my spirit is your ladder will be greater. So, and he said he loves this time in his life right now. So you have to realize what happens is that a lot of people see even this platform, and they see the end, or even this is not even the end, but they see this point, this glimpse right now, and they don't know everything that got you to this point. And so that's why I'm so excited for this platform, so people to get to know you, because they may just come by and be like, hey, what did you say? The president of, the Grand River thing. They see, Cutz barbershop that's been around for 6 years, Cutz lounge that's blowing up, Cutz that's about to do, bring in chefs, and then that's what they see. But they don't see how you got here. And then that's the part people need to know, because they need to know that they can do it too when they do the work that you put into it. So I'm just so glad to have you here, Mr. Dante. You just don't know. I want you to share with people. We have a little bit about who you are, a little bit so far, but how did you get started? Where did this whole, entrepreneurial decision come into play?
Sure. So honestly, right now I think I'm 43. I think I'm 40. Sometimes I forget.
Black don't crack even for men, huh?
But I've actually been in the barbering business since I was 11 years old.
Okay.
So it's like 31, 32 years of cutting hair that I've actually been just engulfed into the craft in itself. And basically, starting off so young, you learn how to kind of manage a lot of your own stuff, manage your own time, manage your own money. So I didn't really get into entrepreneurship. I was kind of bred it as an entrepreneur. It just happened. It became who I am. And not to, say that as in like, oh, I'm the greatest entrepreneur ever, because it's been super rough. We've had some major ups and we had some major downs. But all in all, when I'm working behind the chair, one of the things that I've really started to realize is that you come across so many different people. And I didn't go to college as far as a 4-year or anything like that. I did get my licensing and all the certificates, but what I did do was start to learn how to utilize the individuals who I am servicing. So I started kind of talking and get into different things. So then I got into real estate and I got my real estate license, and then I started selling houses behind the chair. And, so we started doing all these different things. It's like, this is really just a gateway for so many different people, some different genres that you can really collide into whatever business you want to kind of unfold. And so as time went on, I opened up a shop roughly. Actually, Cutz Lounge was started in 2005 in Inkster, Michigan. So I'm originally from Inkster. Yep, big up, Crooked Eye.
I got a program that I just launched in Inkster. I'm gonna have to
Good
talk
job.
to you now.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm originally from Inktown, and we opened a shop right there off of Cherry Hill Plaza, and we worked there till roughly 2:10. And I just felt like we needed a kind of a change, kind of a different direction, because I wasn't able to utilize the community like I really wanted to. And having a family and wanting that community engagement, that was something that just wasn't at that point, at that stage of I guess my life in Inkster. So me and my wife, we kind of made a plan to move. So we shipped up all of our kids, and we rented a house in Grandmont 1 back in 2004, sold our house on land contract. And we literally lived in the basement of this home that flooded quite often. So my wife was not happy about that. But from that stand, I took a big step, and I saw this location and decided to move forward on it. And, I didn't have any money. I didn't have no loan or anything like that. So I took a credit card, check, balance transfer, and I used that to put down on the lease for this building. And during that time, big ups to Prosper Us Detroit, which I'm a graduate from. I think I was with their first or second actual course, and which was right across the street at GRDC. And we actually was able to secure this location. We graduated. We were able to get our business plan done. And it was like 8 weeks, y'all. So it wasn't like no, expedited class. So we had to put in the hard work. But we got all that done, got our financing, did the build out, and we didn't open until roughly 2015. So I think a whole year went past since I actually put the money down. And don't get me wrong, it's not seamless because even though I was renting, we didn't have money to pay the rent because we wasn't open. We were still building out the place, and landlords want their money. So you really have to be articulate and believable, because people will give you an opportunity if you have enough audacity to believe in yourself.
Right.
And that's where it's at. People can see if you're just trying to blow smoke, or if you're going to do whatever it takes to make it happen. And I think I proved that. Big ups to Laura Sigmund, who was my instructor with Prosperous Detroit. That she's just such an encouraging person. But from there, we just we've been rocking. Just trying to keep things moving, keep growing, keep bringing in good people, and helping to build this community up.
I love it. I love it. And that community in that area is a lot going on. I'm just kind of reading through some of the comments. Got a lot of positive comments coming in here. And that Grand River area is really kind of like on the comeback. I know right across from you, we have Detroit Vegan Soul. It's
Yep.
like I know the owner is an art gallery.
Agent, Northwest Gallery. Yep.
And it's giving like a whole nother feel for our community. And I love the variety and like the flavor it has coming in there. And so, yeah, I love everything that was said, and the fact that you said one key thing, like people will believe in you if you believe in yourself.
Absolutely.
And that's awesome. That's a message right there for someone who needed to hear it. You have to believe in what you're doing. And I love it. Now, getting back to the fact, I'm going to bring you back to Inkster. You just don't know it. See, you just said something I didn't know.
That's fine. That's fine.
And so, because we got some great things that's in store. And so we did a flop because, see, a swap. I'm from Detroit.
Okay.
And that's like my old stomping grounds, right where you're at. That was
Okay.
where I grew up with, but I lived there. But a lot of people lived in that Grand River area that I went to school with. So I said, okay, yeah, we kind of gonna still do some things together. I can't wait to see what's in store. So, and one thing I don't want to remiss, because I wrote it down on my notes, is that Dante used every opportunity to grab a hold of knowledge. And I want y'all to catch that. He said he was in the barbershop doing a thing, but then that's where he took hold of an interest in real estate, which evolved into him a real estate license. So don't feel that you have to be traditional, that you have to go to the traditional 4-year or traditional path. There's knowledge around you in every arena. You just have to be open and recognize and willing to receive it. And then once you have it, willing to apply and do what's necessary to go forward with it. So I don't want you guys to have missed that comment. That was huge as well.
But have a passion for it, Don't just do it because you think you can make a lot of money in it. Because even if you're building a clientele, that's going to be, time consuming also.
Yeah.
So, have a passion for it.
In case you're watching me for the first time, people who know me know I preach on the double P's. It has to be your purpose and your passion.
All right.
You cannot just think, okay, well, they're making money in here, let me go do it. It will not sustain you. It has to be your purpose and it has to be your passion. That is the only thing I drive you. People know me. They know I'm constantly talking about Black people, Black businesses, Black community, what we can do, how we can unite. I will not shut up about this ever since I was in college. So they know that's who I am. And that's where my passion and my purpose lies. And so that's why I get so excited when I hear people doing things for the community and what it's going to do and how it's going to transform. Thank you for the work in which you're doing.
All praise.
This is the part where I kind of share how I got to know my guest. Now, technically, we were just introduced a few weeks ago.
Right.
And so we didn't really spend too much time getting to know each other. But I will say I spent a little bit more time talking and chatting with your wife on the other side of the event. So we actually were introduced at a networking event with Mona Lisa Lyrics and with Boss Entertainment. And like Dante mentioned, there is going to be another amazing event this Saturday, Juneteenth. If you guys saw my post, coming up with a networking event with some more amazing business owners. So you guys, if you're not at all of these awesome, amazing Juneteenth events, so if you still at home, don't have anything to do, you know, you can go to Cutz Lounge. Now, let them know what time it will be.
So actually, the network event starts at 1 p.m., 1 to 3 p.m.
Okay.
Here at Cutz Lounge. Again, that address, 19655 Grand River Avenue, or just Google Cutz Lounge, the grooming shop. Make sure you download the app so you can book your appointment for a haircut. But besides that, that's where we'll be, and we'll be here waiting on you guys.
Awesome, awesome. Now I'm going to tell you too, it is easily to get to. It's literally like right off, pretty much.
It's right up Grand River. Yep, just east of Evergreen, in between Otterburg Drive and Evergreen on the south side of the street.
Yes.
The big brown sign, you can't miss it. Murals all over the building. So yeah, you shouldn't miss it.
You shouldn't miss it. It's very conveniently located. And so, but you've been there for 6 years, you say, right?
6 years going on 7. Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Now, how has that experience been? With the exception of COVID, we know COVID was like the major curveball of everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's been horrible. I mean,
COVID has
no, not COVID. I mean, the whole experience. No, it's been one of the biggest challenges that I've ever tried to face in my life, and we've overcome it. I mean, from simple things like, you know, and everyone has possibly ever had a landlord before. They don't want to jump on problems before they become major. And so I had an issue where my roof was leaking. And we're talking about a 4,000 square foot building where, you know, you have to literally crawl in the attic just to get to wherever it's leaking. So, you know, maintenance and things like that has been rough. Just, you know, maintaining good temperatures during the warm weathers and during the cold weathers. So it's, you know, like I said, it hasn't been horrible, but it has been a very, you know, learning experience on how to manage different things. Some people may get uncomfortable when it's hot, but I said, you know, hey, it ain't time for the AC just yet, you know. But you know, we try to do our best to accommodate, because, you know, not only are the clients who come in for haircuts are my clients, but the barbers that work here are also my clients. So I'm trying to make sure that you know, they're you know, comfortable, they can do their job efficiently, and you know, just kind of, you know, make some money. But besides that, you know, the other things is just really being in place to manage all the different things that's going on as far as events go, and bookings, and clients and barbers that, you know, may, you know, cut for a week and then don't show up for, you know, another month, or just quit for no reason.
I was going to ask you about that. So how many seats then, when you say barbers, how many seats do you have available, or stations? I'm sorry, I may not be getting the terminology correct. In your facility, for those who might be watching, looking for opportunity.
Absolutely. So we're roughly a 7, 8, including myself, station barbershop. Right now I have roughly about 6 chairs that operate for, you know, the barbers that I do have. There are 4 that occupy, so I have 2 stations that are actually open, and we're currently looking. We are currently looking, and not just for anybody. We're looking for people that are licensed, that are passionate about what they do, that understands communications between people, that is committed to being on time. We are a pretty much a appointment only shop. You can book it from your phone. You can go to our site, book. You go to Google and book it. I can put the link here and book it. But that helps to organize people's day, so that it's not just a bunch of sitting and waiting people, because everyone's time is important. So with that being the case, let's be time efficient and get people in and out. But that's the kind of barber I'm looking for, and possibly who even has a family, because if you got something that you have to work towards, maintaining, then you're going to be on point. I don't mind out of school barbers, but I think we're more established for barbers that have a clientele already, that's looking to kind of get away from some of the same old rhetoric, and really get kind of into a space that it's not going to help, not only going to help build their business, but build them up here. So that's what we're looking for, and
love it.
Hoping this reaches somebody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if that's you, then you need to follow up with Mr. Dante. And so what I'm
licensed. Gotta be licensed.
Make that clear.
Yes.
License.
Yes. License.
Okay. License.
Not graduated, not just about to, no, license.
License.
That's what we are.
And the people who have a why. Because here's the thing, he said family, but ultimately it's your why. And a lot of times family is what drives you. That's your why. But if your why isn't your purpose, if this is your passion, if you have something bigger that's driving you, because he's creating an atmosphere. Let's get real. He wants an experience for the clientele that comes through his facility. He's not looking for the same, I don't want to put out anything negative, so I'm not gonna say, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. But he's looking.
And I'm not, they do what they do. I don't interfere with what they do and how the barbershop rock it. If they do what they do, we're just different.
Out of Cutz. He wants a certain.
We're different, and that's just it. So keep doing y'all thing. Just be safe.
And only, I like that. Appointments only, and that's appreciative of time. What we do say in our community is that sometimes we don't value each other's time. So I love it from the start. He's valuing your time, and he's asking you to respect their time. So it's nothing wrong with appointments only. So those who are listening, or if you know a licensed barber, then tap and share, pass it on, because it's an easy to find location. It is a beautiful space. It is well kept and clean. You will want to work there, I'm telling you. So
also, just to mention, I wouldn't even mind if there was a young lady who did facials and pedicures, because our guys, even myself, need to, start taking care of some of the manicure and facials, and possibly bring in them masseuse. But we just want to give the experience, and we're not just a men's shop, but we are catered to the guys. So sorry, ladies, but you can't be faded and all that good stuff.
Well, back in the day when I was doing facial tutorials and that kind of stuff, I did set up in the back of a barbershop, and a lot of people did come back to get educated on how to take care of their skin. Some were men, they wanted to take care of their skin too. So I had to recognize that, men want to take care of their skin and look youthful as well. So you're
looking good for y'all. I mean, that's the whole point, right?
Okay. Now, you share some of the challenges and different things, but I do want to ask you this question.
Sure.
Just knowing for what I do, in case you don't, I am very pro unity. I'm very pro business unity. I'm very pro opening businesses in our communities for the sheer purpose of us revitalizing our communities, for the sheer purpose of increasing circulation of our dollars within our communities, supporting one another, working collectively to build together. So with just knowing and understanding a bit of my platform, I would like to hear from your opinion. Why would you say it's important for Black businesses to open in our communities, and more importantly, for them to thrive?
Well, the first thing is legacy. Legacy is so important, to be able to leave something for our generation coming up. And if it takes that we carry, you know, the bricks on our back so that they'll have something to stand on, then I think that's really the biggest thing for me. So besides that, being able to have something to call your own and have a network of businesses that not only work together but live in the same community, and we can circulate that dollar within amongst each other. It really will satisfy, I think, one of the major, you know, dispositions that we have, which is the our core dollar staying with us. Um, and not even more so than that, you know, there has been a detachment between us. And I think getting back to business with each other is it's going to be really hard. I really don't understand the stigma of why we look at each other the way we do, you know, with the exception of we just hating. But, you know, we have to get past whatever stigma that has been placed upon us, that we feel like our guy that looks like us is our enemy. You know, I can go into a gas station and they'll say, "What's up, bro?" to the Arab cashier, but not even say "What's up, bro?" to his own bro. So,
Right.
you know, and I don't know where that stems from, but you know, I think not only just the businesses being able to kind of have its own place in this country, but we can say we did it ourselves. You know, we did reach out for handouts, and resources are so limited, to the point that if we could actually help fund each other
Yes.
with our own businesses, would help to create more of a utopia of our own, you know, creations and things. So, you know, that's one of my opinions. I really can dig deep into that, but you know, I think starting from, you know, stage one, you know, first just speak to each other on the you know, on the street, you know, just say hi. Then
Right.
patronize each other, and you black businesses, please do your job when you're supposed to do your job at the time you're supposed to do your job. Because you know, we've been looking for contractors actually right now, me and my wife, and it's just been rough, especially dealing with black contractors. And I don't want to have to say that, but it has been an issue. But you know, let's just, you know, let's be the kings and the queens that we are, and
Right.
let's support each other so that we can grow our kingdom.
Right. And you know, I'm glad you did speak on it actually. And I'm gonna do a shameless plug. Normally I don't do this. I'm gonna do a shameless plug, but you
Mother,
know, B.O.B does offer client relation training. And I say this continuously. It is imperative that you go through and have client relations training. Some of this is just does not come natural, and you need training at it. You need to practice at it. You need to know the skills, the techniques of it. Why do I say this? I had a conversation this weekend with a couple of people who would say, and they were supporting Black. One person even said that the work was excellent, phenomenal. The price was very competitive, but they still will not recommend them to anyone. Why? Because they were not respectful of the person's time. They did not show up when they were supposed to. They didn't communicate nor call.
nope.
And then it just became just the whole sense of not being integrity with what you said and your actions following it
Sure.
inhibit you from having further referrals. The other person, it was similar, not, you know, keeping up with the time. But then when you're there, you're not even dedicated to your work, because they said they were spending more time on the phone than focused on the work. And so it was something was supposed to take a couple of day estimate, took a couple of weeks. So this is all client relations training, and this is what Dante was just mentioning. He wants to support a contractor that happens to be a Black owned business, but we have to be business minded. And if it doesn't come naturally, please, we're here to show you. I'm certified in client service training. I have gone through the courses. I have been doing it for about 14 years. So I'm telling you, it's skill set, and it makes the difference. It can make and break your business. It really can. So that was a shameless plug, but it needs to be heard within our community, because that's one of the things that I hear when I deal with people is their basic concern is how we're handling our business. This is
Sure.
no longer a hustle. You have to be business minded.
So, and I want to give a shameless plug. So, I did mention that we work with entrepreneurs. So we have two Black-owned businesses here right now in our location. Your graphics guy who does, cards. He does printed T-shirts. He does logo creation. I believe even site building. And then we have Shots Sam Davis Studios, which is upstairs, which he does such a great job with just everything that he touches, man. You can probably look him up on Instagram, Sam Davis. But this was kind of a collaboration to not only, help to get some additional revenue, but to be able to have a space to allow them to grow. And their overhead is not heavy, and they're able to operate in a capacity that helps them to be that time efficient and deadline conscious business owner. So and they're here. So if you guys come out and you want to get some photos or cards, they're here. But that's what it's about. We have to be willing to work with each other.
Yeah.
If we're not willing to work with each other, I mean, who do we expect is going to work with us?
Yeah, exactly. And I love that concept that you actually have created within your business space, where it is allowing other businesses to participate with what you have and have an opportunity to thrive. And even when you mentioned it earlier on, when you were talking about doing the kitchen build and allowing like pop-up shelves and stuff, again, allowing an opportunity for others to come and thrive, and even just test the water, so to speak, to see if this is something that they have the skin to do, if they have the capacity, or to grow in it, to see what they need to tweak, what they need to change or improve or enhance, or whatever the case may be. And where we need to do, when we say unity and support, a lot of people get stuck on the fact of dollars all the time. And I tell people it's not that. It's just uniting, not having a crab in the barrel and wanting to pull somebody down, but to know as you rise to help pull someone up. There's enough room at the top for all of us, seriously.
Absolutely. And dollars do make sense. I mean, don't get me wrong. It does make a difference, because, there's people that think they have a product that's, the bomb, and they get into a location, and next thing you know, they're filing bankruptcy, they're in foreclosure, because they jumped and took too much, they bit too much of that pie that they wasn't, really ready for. And, I'm hoping, even with, different locations, to maybe even try something to say, hey, try this, that way you don't have to, lose everything. And when people fail, they don't take it as a learning experience. They take it as a failure. And they put their head between their legs, and a lot of them walk away. So there's some great products that just need to be cultivated, or just maybe need to be put in the right area, but we quit. And once we quit, the dream dies with you. So nobody else is not meant for nobody else but you. So, don't quit.
Don't quit. And some of it, like you were saying, and I was reading, someone said Taraji, I can't read it. They said live with Taraji. Thank you. But I was gonna say some of it is a learning experience, and some of it is learning some things that you may not have known when you enter it. Market analysis is huge sometimes, and knowing the geography of the customer base in which you open.
Absolutely.
So it's not to see like, it wasn't meant for me, it wasn't my purpose because it failed. It could have been a lot of other circumstances that you needed to learn from that experience to take and to take back and to enhance it, you know, and maybe it's the timing. Maybe I have a friend who always say timing is important. You know, there's so many other factors, but if it's your purpose and if you're passionate about it, failure is lesson. Failure does not mean, you know, give up and no. So I'm glad you said that, and
Yeah.
that's huge.
But
That is,
failure means reconfigure.
yes, I love it. I love it. Thank you for those giving all those hearts and likes. Thank you. Um, Now with the things
But us, I don't know. I don't do Instagram that much. Is that they harden to liking you or
they hardening, well,
like?
they harden liking what we're saying. Now, I hope it ain't for me personally, because this ain't for
No, I ain't that bad. I'm just teasing.
now. With
My man, the blacksmith. What's up, butcher boy?
oh, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. Make sure you continue to watch us on every Wednesday and share with others. Now, you've gone through some things. I mean, we had this short conversation and we're literally like 7 minutes out. Can you believe it? Now, I want to know how you stay encouraged to keep going. I mean, I get you have a why. I get you have a family. Is it something more?
You know, so what, you know, one of the things, what my mom, she passed away roughly in 2015, like right during the middle of us actually. As a matter of fact, my mother-in-law passed in 2014. My mom passed in 2015. And so we were dealing with so much just loss that, you know, when I put my head down and started grinding, the only thing I could think of was like, let's make this worth it. Because I did kind of take some time away and I wasn't necessarily the family oriented at that moment when I think my wife really, really needed me. But when I saw the opportunity, I said, you know, this is it. This is the last shot. You know, we're gonna go big or we're gonna go home. And I had to just step out on faith. And you know, one of the things that for me is I know that my God didn't make me to be a follower. He made me to be a leader. And so at this point in my life, I can't do anything else but win. And I'm winning from my wife. I'm winning from my kids. I'm winning from my mom. I'm winning from my mother-in-law, my brother, and even from my guys that's in the hood. I done lost so many guys in Inkster. I'm winning for them, and really just being able to get to that point to say, you know what, we did it, and that's all I'm looking to do is get there and have a legacy to pass down to my kids, showing them that, you know, hard work and diligence pays off and faith pays off, and, you know, not just taking an L and going home and, you know, sitting in the corner, but taking an L, waking up in the morning and said, okay, that was yesterday. What we about to do today, you know? And that's just it. You know, every day is an opportunity and we're going to seize every moment. And as long as God gives breath to my lungs, man, we're gonna, you know, we're just gonna keep on pushing, you know. And this is a great neighborhood. This is a great neighborhood, and I really, really, really want to just stay connected with this neighborhood. So, you know, it's about winning. Let's go.
Let's go. I love it.
Go.
That's an awesome segue to lead into for people to know how to connect with you. I know we said a little bit earlier, but please let us know how to connect with you.
All right. So if you're just driving by, we are literally on Grand River. Our address is 19655 Grand River Avenue. That is Detroit, Michigan. Big ups to the D, showing much love. You can give us a call. The phone number here to the shop is 313-355. Hold on. 3914. Hold on. I'm going to mess that up. I'm going to come back. 9146. Yep. 9146 355 9146. You can book an appointment either on Google, looking up Cutz Lounge, the grooming shop. You can go to Booksy, or you can type in a link cltgs.booksy.com, and you can book an appointment from there. And besides that, if you just want to call me directly, 734-829-7118. I ain't going nowhere.
Can you back up for me? Did you say Booksy?
Booksy, yep. B-O-O-K-S-Y, Booksy.
Books, okay, Booksy,
Yep.
B-O-O-K-S-Y, Booksy. I hadn't heard of that before. Okay.
Oh, it does wonders. And just to make it simple, you can just go to our website, cutzlounge.us, cutzlounge.us.
Cutzlounge.us. And
Yes.
so what we will be doing is we're going to be working with Mr. Dante Williams to make sure that he gets listed on the Deals with Bob Black-owned business directory under our grooming section, so that you can, know where he's at in case you missed all of those ways to connect with him. We want to make sure we have that one-stop shop.
Yep.
And we'll have Mr. Dante Williams and Cutz Lounge listed. I am excited to get him part of our Black-owned business directory. Now, here's the question I ask everybody, because I strongly believe in literacy. So here's the question. What book is currently on your nightstand, or that you've recently read or highly recommend reading?
As a Man Thinketh.
That has been mentioned before, so I definitely.
As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. It is a must read. It's it lets you know what you need to know, basically. You are what you are because you think you are. Mm-hmm. And so we need to get out of the mindset of controlling our day by our words. And sometimes our words can control our day. Like, hey, I'm tired. Mm-hmm. Yes, you are. And the universe is going to answer yes to whatever you say.
Exactly.
And so you have to speak the right things out. And this book really helps to keep me focused. I've read it, I had my girls listen to it, and my wife, and I don't know if she did or didn't, but I told her to. And it's such a down-to-earth book. It's an old book. It's very simple, very small, but yep, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. And it's on audio, so you can YouTube it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to YouTube it for sure. And I'm gonna tell you that I co-signed that power. The first class of the Youth Entrepreneur Camp that I opened up with, we talked about vision. And the one thing I told them, their age is 12 to 16, and I kept telling them, your mind is a powerful tool. And whatever you believe, the universe is going to pull, it's going to attract to you. Good or bad, it's indifferent. Yep. It doesn't matter. So if you think negative, that's what's going to attract. If you think positive, that's what's going to attract. So we did exercises on understanding just how powerful the mind is. And so I'm glad you're not the first person to say it. So that means I have to listen to it myself.
Confirmation.
/ woman thinker. Just know your mind is a powerful tool, and what you manifest. So, oh my God. Can you believe we're at the end?
Oh, wow.
I know it goes by quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah. You're easy to talk to. I mean, cool.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But I want to make sure that you guys know this is no tea. We didn't do tea time this episode because he's telling things that are happening that's coming into fruition. But what you guys need to do, if you're still, seriously, if you don't have anything to do on Saturday, Juneteenth, then you need to swing by Cutz between 1 and 3 p.m. for the amazing entrepreneur event. If nothing else, you just need to check out the space. This is the opportunity for you to check out the space and see what Mr. Dante Williams is doing in the D. We talk about what's not going on in our neighborhoods, but this is in our neighborhoods, and he's making things happen. So thank you so much, Dante, for your commitment. For your commitment to the community, and for your work, your commitment to your family, and everything you're doing, and being an inspiration for the legacy. What I see in this moment is that our young Black kings are looking at you and saying, hey, I can do that too. So thank you for taking the time to come on Get to Know Bob so that we can get to know you and connect with you, and you can be the example for our community. I appreciate that.
All right. Thank you for having me. Blessings to everyone who, stopped through, and blessings to those who will. So look forward to seeing you this Saturday then, right?
I actually am doing an entrepreneur camp. That's what I said. And so we actually have
Um,
our class is in Inkster. It's at the Dozier Complex.
oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
I told you I was going to connect with you.
Yep. My stumping rounds. All right. Oh, yeah. We got to talk a little bit more about that because I am looking to get involved with Inkster and some of the things they're doing to help build it up because it's, we're working.
Thank you so much. Yes, I am going to tap you on the shoulders. So we will be connecting soon. And thank you all for watching this evening. Make sure you share with other people as we bring on some more amazing Black-owned businesses for you to get to know and to support and share with others. As always, I am Sonia Weaver, and I encourage you to spend with purpose because your dollar counts, and deal with Bob. Have a great evening, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Hey.
Bye-bye.